The Father and His Sons here on Chew English. Aesop was a famous storyteller in ancient Greece, and his stories have lived throughout the centuries. They've become so famous that everyone across all cultures knows his stories. But not everyone knows all his stories, so we share them here on Chew English. These stories are so familiar that we can use them to convey comprehensible input. Comprehensible input. Input that everyone can understand since these stories are so familiar. Like, for example, The Lion and the Mouse. The Lion and the Mouse is a story that everyone is familiar with. And so this story for today is called The Father and His Sons. I remember this story from when I was a young boy, so let's go ahead and read it. It's very interesting. The Father and His Sons. A father had a family of sons who were always arguing among themselves. When he failed to end their bickering, he decided to give them a practical lesson on the evils of disunion. So one day he told each son to bring him a single stick. When they had done so, he tied the sticks together into a bundle. He asked his sons if they could break the bundle in two. One by one, he placed the bundle into the hands of his sons. Each took their turn and tried to break the bundle. They tried with all their strength and could not break the bundle. Next, he untied the bundle and gave each son back a single stick, and he asked if they could break it in two. Each son broke their own stick with ease. The father then said, "If you agree to work together and help each other as a team, you will be as strong as the bundle. Your enemies will not be able to harm you. But if you are divided among yourselves, your enemies will destroy you all. They can easily break each one of you as a single stick." Now the moral of the story, the lesson is, united we stand, divided we fall. This is a wonderful story by Aesop, which you can read as many times as you need to by replaying this lesson. You can replay this lesson as many times as necessary so you can increase your English language proficiency. Now, everyone makes mistakes in language. I make mistakes all the time here on Chew English, and that's a natural part of the human condition. So, don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about your accent. If you have a foreign accent, wonderful, fantastic, outstanding. An accent is beautiful. I think accents are beautiful. So if you have a foreign accent, just practice speaking the language and being fluent in the vocabulary, and don't worry about the accent. Use it to your advantage. When someone with an accent goes in front of an audience and with that accent speaks eloquently and speaks fluently with that accent, it is very, very impressive. At least to me, I find it beautiful. I find it amazing. And people that speak a foreign language in their own accent is a wonderful experience for the listener. So take 5 minutes every day to study one of these stories and share these stories with your peers. If you have friends that are also learning English, invite them here to Chew English to be able to read some stories so you can share the stories with each other and you can critique the way you hear the stories and if you can understand the stories as your friends tell them and ask them if they understand you. This way you can work with each other. You can replay the lessons as many times as necessary. In the videos, I will never get tired. In the classroom, that's another story. But in the videos, I will never get tired, and you can repeat the story time and time again to listen to the pronunciation, memorize the story, and if you're a teacher, share these stories with other teachers. Get together for lunch or coffee. Share these stories with each other. Tell the stories to your students. Tell the stories to friends. And if you're a parent like I am, I taught my son English by telling him short stories and by speaking English to him, even though we live in an area that does not speak English. And so, I hope to see you next time here at Chew English. But until then, I will have to say bye-bye for now.